The walking bits are coming on. And it means one thing.
We're going for a swim.
Hi guys. Right, so we're beginning our walk. We're doing a walk to LUDS Church, LUDS Cave, whatever you want to call it. Church. Call it the church. There is a car coming. So, yeah, this is it. We've parked up on a bridge just here in Winkle. Just on this bridge here. You can see a little sofa in the corner. We've parked up on the bridge. We are just going to pass, we're going over the River Dane here. A few fun facts for you there, kids. Right, are you ready to pass over into the next... Whoa, you're now in the next county. I was going to say continent then, but that's not quite right, is it?
Continent. Abby's a little walking princess because she didn't have to bloody carry
You offered. So we've just come up the road out of Winkle and you're looking out for this public footpath, Black Forest Grad Batch Road. And there's this tiny little walkway. Come on guys, let's go.
Just drown. Walk. Basically, it's a really nice walk because it's all signposted and public footpathed. So if you don't know where you're going, just look for an arrow and you'll spot one. But yeah, so up that path leads you into this forest, which is fucking sick. Is really cool. Look at there.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So yeah, you come into this forest and then up here it opens up onto a field and we'll walk across the field. We're doing the speaking bit now because that's steep as hell.
Yeah,
and we're going to get to the top and we're going to...
For people that struggle with hills, this is a toughie. From here on in, you're basically on an incline.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
But this forest is beautiful. It's like one of those forests you read in like the fairy tale books, isn't it, when you're little?
Yeah. It really, that's a very good way to describe it. Yeah. Come on!
So that little rock you can kind of see protruding over yonder, that's where we're heading. Up there.
That's just the first bit as well.
That's
not like the end bit. It's not just there and then we go, right, let's go home.
It's the first, what can you put, viewpoint? First stop. If you're wanting more of a shorter walk, then that's called the Hanging Stone, or the Hanging Rock, whatever you want to call it.
It's called the Sad Rock.
Yeah, for the people that know the story, which I will have the pleasure of telling you in a minute.
Oh God.
It's called the Sad Rock. So you can just walk up there if you want a bit of a shorter walk. Oh, there's some sheeps here, huh?
Sheep.
Hello, sheeps. I'm going to tell you the magical story of the Sad Rock and Uncle Wiggily. So, Uncle Wiggily, he's a rabbit, full disclosure, lived in Winkle, nearby village. I loved walking all amongst the Peak District and all the beautiful surrounding areas. One day he was on a walk and he saw a rock, a very large rock, and he just looked sad. So sad. So he says to the rock, he said, well, why do you look so sad? And around the large rock were all these other little rocks. And the big rock goes, none of the other little rocks talk to me. I'm all lonely up here on this ledge overlooking the peaks. There he is up there. Sad rock overlooking the peaks of all the little rocks around him. He said, none of the little rocks talk to me. So Uncle Wiggily, the rabbit, says to the little rocks, why aren't you friends with the big rock? Why aren't you friends with the sad rock? What's going on here? And the little rocks say, well, the sad rock will crush us. He's so big and scary and bouldery. He could kill us. He could just fall and crush us all. So then the sad rock goes, no, I'm strong, I'm sturdy. I'm not going to go crushing you. I'm not a crusher. So the Uncle Wiggily facilitated the big rock and the little rock to become friends. And Uncle Wiggily still goes to visit his big, sad rock, who's not sad anymore.
Happy.
They're all happy now. And all the little rocks and the big sad rock are all friends, and Uncle Wiggily goes to visit his friend. We might see his rabbit droppings on the way up. So that is the story of the sad rock. You're welcome.
Wow.
Tell it to your kids, tell it to your friends.
Don't tell it to your kids or your friends.
And for any locals from Winkle, if I got that slightly wrong, please don't hate me. I got told that when I was like...
Killer in the comments.
I got told that story when I was 8, I think. Maybe younger. There he is, looking all sad.
Oh.
And there's all his little rock friends surrounding him. And there's some we spotted some Uncle Wiggily droppings on the way up, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Some more up there.
this is the hanging stone. I think we need a water stop here, don't you?
Yeah.
I believe that pack is there for a dog that sadly fell off the edge. So look after your dogs if you do walk them around here, guys. But that plaque tells you all about it when you come up here. Just keep an eye on them, because when you do get to the top, it doesn't look like it's such a sheer drop as it is, but it does just drop. So you can go up here and carve your name in onto the hanging stone. That's my stepdad, PW there. Quick Vossa break.
Yeah. And if you want a break, then that takes us into our new video spot now.
If only.
Fucking
Yeah,
watch.
Buzzio.
No, hang on, they're free promotion.
Sorry.
All the 3 people that watch this are gonna go and buy one.
Buzzio. LUDS Church is where we are heading. So, that way. Vamos!
That was so embarrassing.
So guys, here we are at the entrance to LUDS Church. So LUDS Church actually has a renowned place in history. It has a lot of myth and legend attached to it. In the early 1400s, the chasm is said to have been used as a secret place of worship for the Lollards. They were basically a Christian reforming group, and they were opposed to many of the practices of the Roman Catholic Church, and they were persecuted for their beliefs. So yeah, it was said that they were to have hid here. So I think if you speak to anyone who's been to LUDS Church, they will say that it does have a definite eerie feel to it, a bit of a haunted kind of atmosphere to it. And there is apparently a reason for this. It's apparently haunted by the ghost of poor Alice, which was the granddaughter of William D. Luddock, who they believe the church is named after. And when the Lollards were captured, it was said that Alice was killed during the whole escapade, and apparently she haunts the chasm, hence why it's got a bit of a eerie feeling to the whole area.
Look at that.
This never used to be here.
Me after a curry.
Yeah, these wooden stops never used to be here. It was just every man for himself trying to get through the mud. I remember my stepdad having to like carry me through because you just sink. If you look at the top of the screen, apparently this is meant to be like, that's why they call it LUDS CHURCH, because it looks like angels like coming down like in a church.
Are these coins?
Don't know.
Okay.
So at the split, turn right. That way is just
At the split,
split.
come all the way down.
This way and keep going straight and you'll come out of it, but that way is just treacherous.
Treacherous.
So we're now at the top of LUDS CHURch.
The stairs are bloody steep.
The stairs are a killer. So when you get to that split, when you come out of it, there's some stairs, some stone steps. Go up the steps, because if you go the other way, it's just, well, we can kind of show you down here where you'd come out. It's just not worth your time. Yeah, I think they have blocked the edge of it off. So if you go the other way, you end up coming out of this ravine-y kind of bit.
Right, I'm just saying, it actually looks easier to get out than the stairs.
It's not, I promise you. I promise you. Go up the steps. Go up the steps. There's a reason they've cut this section off now. Go up the steps. We are at a crossroads, guys. We were discussing whether to cut the walk short, but we are going to do the long one. So if you go up here to the ridge, you can walk straight up there and you'll arrive at it looks like a ridge, and you literally just walk along. We will get there, but we're taking a bit of a longer walk. And that'll bring you back down and you can walk back into Winkle, back to your car. So that's the shorter route, but we're going to go to the Roaches, so it'll take you a little bit further on through the peaks.
As you see, we're just after this wooden section.
Wooden step. So it's going to take us a little bit longer and we'll arrive at the ridge at some point, but so it depends what kind of walk you want. We're going for the longer one because we're well hard. Stop. And the view is pretty spectacular.
Not bad, is it? Not bad for a lunchtime spot. What lake is that?
Do you know what? Couldn't tell you. It could be Rudyard. Well, that'd be my guess. Yeah.
Shall I have a look?
Yeah. I'm going to say Rudyard Lake.
Alright.
Yeah. I was wrong. It's Tisworth.
Can confirm. Can you see that? Oh shit.
Not anymore, now it's flipping around.
It's not see.
Take on word here, guys. That is Tisworth Lake.
It's friggin' Tisworth. What are you saying?
We made it.
Oh. Yeah, so we're back to, you won't recognise it from here. Come round this side. This is where this is that first crossroad, LUDS CHURch. We went this way. We've walked over all of the peaks. So we've come back along this way. Next step is to walk back where we came from, that very first time. But those rocky steps that we came down, we're going straight past that. So that it makes it a circle rather than having to go back on ourselves. Let's do it. So you just come down some steps at the back there, and then literally just, you would have seen the bridge, but that is the bridge that you start on. That's the bridge that we parked. So the car's just over there.
There's the car. There's some kids using the field over there, just trying to get there. The car's literally on that bridge. Just
Not bad. Probably about an 8-kilometre walk, which is good.
my
Took
legs
us
can
like
feel it.
2.5 hours maybe, something like that.
Bob on.
So yeah, if you guys want to try this walk out, do it.
And
It's
if you
good.
liked us doing these walks, let us know. We'll do more. We've got plenty. We know plenty of walks around
there's
the peaks.
plenty around that we can go and do. I'm barely in this, by the way.
Oh, you
Sorry.
can. That's why you need to hold it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification button,
Yeah, do all that.
do all that jazz,
And we will see you in another video.
Yeah.
Peace.